never win this game without you.
Good morning, y'all sleeping, I can hear the yawning. While you dreaming in the bed, I was acting in the morning. Hit 'em with the beam, yeah, the style is never leasing. I own everything I rock, gives the haters a reason. It's mine, coming like a comet, yeah, I make the city nauseous. Write my own checks, moving cautious like the bosses. Knock 'em out the park, home run, no losses. Gone from the bottom of the hellhole to the office. Whips any kind, riding real low. It ain't really crime if nobody really know. Set my mind on a goal, I accomplish it. Fact, see me blowing up, heavy metal rocking it. No one knows where the cold one goes. Chill. 6 feet deep or the penthouse floors. Top floor. Set the plan, I watch the money unfold. Don't collide with a king, broke the mold, king status. Gotta get mine, gotta get what's yours. Give me that. Stutter one time, butterfly doors. Stay focused on the vision, ignoring the noise. Silence is the weapon when you play with the boys. Be quiet. Out the hellhole, stacking bonds in the bricks. And truth coming out, watch me land in the tricks. Stutter one time, butterfly doors. No ceiling on the roof, we just soaring above. They watching, they waiting. Congratulate the player. Thank you. Fake it till you make it, saying prayers to the mayor. I don't need the validation from a critic or a hater. See me cruising down the bully, see you later. Elevator, bottom me in with the bosses. Center to the streets. Big shorty in the kitchen, hook a steak for the feast. I ain't trying to wife, I just wanna live the night. Shining like the Holy Ghost, blinded with the light flash. Judge me on the winds, never listen to the talk. Got the kicks on my feet. $1,000,000 walk, pushy with the grind. And I'm out like a ghost from the NYC pavement to the gold on the coast. Bring the horse to the water, is he gon' drink? Sip it. A lot of things happen faster than you blink. Oosh. Under the coat, yeah, I keep the heart froze. Ice. Don't collide with a king, case closed. Gotta get mine, gotta get what's yours. Stutter one time, butterfly doors. Stay focused on the vision, ignoring the noise. Silence is the weapon when you play with the boys. Be quiet. Out the hellhole, stacking bonds in the bricks. And the truth coming out, watch me land in the tricks. Stutter one time, butterfly doors. Ain't no ceiling on the roof, we just soaring above. Status. Status. Eastside run the block, let the money go. What you looking at? Let the bass go. Eastside cooking up, watch 'em face off. Shake and move and tell 'em get the bag, bro. Problem kids in the building, let the light show. What you looking at? Let the bass go. Octane in the whip, watch the space go. Slap that, clap that, keep it on the low. Eastside run the block, let the money grow. I've been thinking physics, moving like a psychic. Envision how I live it, yeah, you know I'm gonna like it. Satellite high, yeah, I'm flying in a blimp. The hips, big chips, catch a baddie on a glimpse. I don't need a dough, I just need it with my hands. Let it bake and store, then we flip it for the fans. Hyper focus on the paper, I don't need distraction. Plug to the city, yeah, I'm getting all the action. Cracks in the street, that's just me when I'm walking. Tulips on the line, yeah, they always wanna talk. Put a lead on the track, let it bang in the whip. Every move is a vibe, never ever gonna slip. Eight down when the sound hit the floor. Keep the faith in the mission, gotta get more. Key in the ignition, hit the engine roll. East side, west side, open up the door. What you looking at? Let the bass go. East side cooking up, watch 'em face off. Shake it, move it, tell 'em get the bag, bro. Problem kids in the building, let the light show. What you looking at? Let the bass go. Octane in the whip, watch the space go. Slap that, clap that, keep it on the low. Eastside run the block, let the money grow. The backpack, Prada on the fit. Keep the engine buzzing, yeah, the Zaddy keep it lit. No caking for the dinner, we just caking for the bank. Propane in the winter, keep it heavy like a tank. Hit 'em with surprises like a birthday on the block. Slicker than the feds, yeah, we never gonna stop. Misfit energy, I'm knocking out the park. Flash on the beat, yeah, we glowing in the dark. Hey, get down when the sound hit the floor. Keep the faith in the mission, gotta get more. Key in the ignition, hit the engine roll. East side, west side, open up the door. What you looking at? Let the bass go. East side cooking up, watch 'em face off. Shake and move and tell 'em get the bag, bro. Problem kids in the building, let the light show. What you looking at? Let the bass go. Octane in the whip, watch the space go. Slap that, clap that, keep it on the low. Eastside run the block, let the money grow. They told me run the race, never told me about the wall. I trade inches of my soul just to stand a little tall. Now the skin feels heavy like a suit I barely own. A tenant in a house that I built out of bone. Every scar is a receipt, yeah, I finally paid the cost. Counted up the wins, never tallied what I lost. Was I the driver or the vehicle, the master or the tool? I played the game of kings just to die the court fool. Moving at the speed of light just to hit a dead end. Trying to make a memory, struggling pretend that the voice inside my head is the one I started with before the flesh turned to rust and the truth became a myth. So carve the name of stone, let the body turn to dust. It wasn't about the glory, it was fear, it was lust. For one more minute, one more beat before the silence comes. Marching to the rhythm of these slow down drums. A legend is a ghost story told by those who stayed. I'm just counting down the debt that can never be repaid. Fade into the static, let the signal finally break. Sleeping with the choices that I didn't want to make. I remember warm, fleeting moments in the cold. Laughter in the dark before the narrative was sold. Found love in the wreckage, but the timing was a curse. Put the feelings in a box, put the body in a hearse. Revolt against the current just to drown inside the wave. There's no freedom in a cage, even if you call it brave. Did I leave a marker just to scratch upon the glass? Watching everything I fought for wither up and pass. No panic in the end, just a heavy sort of knowing. The river only flows one way and that's where I'm going. The grip is getting loose, the identity is blurred. The loudest scream I ever gave, it went unheard. So carve the name of stone, let the body turn to dust. It wasn't about the glory, it was fear, it was lust. For one more minute, one more beat before the silence comes. Marching to the rhythm of these slow down drums. A legend is a ghost story told by those who stayed. I'm just counting down the debt that can never be repaid. Fade into the static, let the signal finally break. Sleeping with the choices that I didn't want to make.
Yo, the saga begins, I'll be the first to set it off. Tap jaws, lay down laws, we breaking down the doors. My team illuminate, we glow like radiation. No time for patience or the complicated situation. We not tourists, we run the whole atlas. Push the killer instinct, y'all acting like an actress. Millie stacked down, guarded with the hollow. Click, clack. Where the leaders go, the real one's gonna follow. Let's go. I'm out for Delph, P's not helping ya. Nope. Trying to get the Lexus and the new cellular. Trapped in the gunfight, earning my stripes. Turn off your lights, kids, say goodnight to your life. Quiet is kept, I watch the world spin. If you gamble with the mob, you never gon' win. Never. It's the rap game, unlimited, forever infinite. Forever. 20 years later, look at how we getting it. Money. It's hell on earth, keep your eyes on the prize. The projects is the front line, no disguise. No doubt. We take what's yours if you cross that line. Queens get the money, yeah, we do it one time. One time. From the ground up, we locking the state. Lock it down. Survival of the fittest, eating off a platinum plate. Let's eat. Ain't no halfway crooks, just the real deal. Protect your neck when you see the heavy metal stand. I was born to take power, leave a mark on the planet. Market phantom of the crime rap, don't take it for granted. Don't do it. Sipping E&J, getting bent all night. Back on the 41st side, we do it right. QB. Cowards is found, MIA, gone with the wind. I hear thugs claiming that they wanna rob the men. But it's a package deal, you take the message too. Read that. A slug to the head, travel down to the shoe. Boom. Don't be alarmed when we come through stomping. Beats hitting heavy, yeah, the speakers is thumping. Up the goods or get laid on your back. Lay down. Strictly heavy metal kings, and that's a fact. Test me, you must be Benji, don't tempt me. Do it. Got the full clip, waiting for it to empty. International or local, we fix the mix. Fix it, leave a loose, rival stiff in the bricks. Stiff. It's hell on earth, keep your eyes on the prize. The projects is the front line, no disguise. No doubt. We take what's yours if you cross that line. Queens get the money, yeah, we do it one time. One time. From the ground up, we locking the state. Lock it down. Survival of the fittest, eating off a platinum plate. Let's see. Ain't no halfway crooks, just the real deal. Protect your neck when you see the heavy metal steel.
Hit it right, hit it right, hit it right. Every street we ride through, they respect the hustle. hustle, know we keep it true. We been getting money like we're meant to do. You can step if you want, we ain't stopping, boo. Every street we ride through. They respect the hustle, know we keep it true. We been getting money like we're meant to do. You can step if you want, we ain't stopping, boo. Monday whip is German, Tuesday riding some sleep. Wednesday got the muscle car that makes the pavement speak. Used to dream about this life when I was young and weak. Now I'm living proof that winners never hit their peak. My success is loud, don't need to say a single word. The diamonds do the talking, yeah, my message getting heard. From the concrete jungle to the mansion on the hill. Kept it real through everything, that's why they love me still. Real talk, haters gonna hate, but that just motivates the squad. We were built for pressure, breaking barriers like a battering rod. Remember when they told me I would never make it far? Now I'm shining brighter than a supernova star. We came from nothing, now we're everything they fear. Turn the struggle into something that's perfectly clear. Can't stop the movement we've been building year by year. Now we're untouchable, the message ringing in your ear. Every street we ride through. They respect the hustle, know we keep it true. We been getting money like we're meant to do. You can step if you want, we ain't stopping, boo. Every street we ride through. They respect the hustle, know we keep it true. We been getting money like we're meant to do. You can step if you want, we ain't stopping, boo. Roll through the city, everybody knows a name. Chrome spinning heavy, living life without the shame. Used to scrape pennies, now I'm counting all this change. Doubters try to block me, but I switched up all the lanes. My leather jacket talking, saying, boy, you made it out. The engine roaring loud enough to silence all the doubt. From the bottom to the top floor, penthouse views the night. Used to eat the struggle, now I'm feasting on the lights. Got the whole block watching, now I move these days. Turn my pain into platinum, put it on display. They can try to copy, but they'll never match the grind. Left them all behind me, yeah, I'm one of a kind. From nothing to something, that's the story that we wrote. While they were sleeping, we were steady staying woke. Now we're living legends, yeah, we're flying off the coast. Raise the glass to everyone who doubted us the most. Every street we ride through. They respect the hustle, know we keep it true. We been getting money like we're meant to do. You can step if you want, we ain't stopping, boo. Every street we ride through. They respect the hustle, know we keep it true. We been getting money like we're meant to do. You can step if you want, we ain't stopping, boo.
Started from the bottom where the rain never cleans the street. Chasing shadows in the dark, trying to make the ends meet. Sold my soul by the ounce just to buy a little time. Walking wise high above, ignoring every warning sign. Trigger finger heavy, yeah, the pressure kept me cold. Stories written in the scars, truth is never told. We were aiming for the stars, but we landed in the dirt. Numbing out the feeling, cause the silence is what hurt. Tick tock, watch the clock, vision getting blurry. Living life and fast forward, always in a hurry. Is it me, is it him, who is standing in the glass? Fading out the black while the final seconds pass. They say you only get one shot to make a name. Playing for the heavyweights in a rigged and violent game. Burn it down, light it up, let the ashes fly. I'd rather be a legend than never try to fly. Yeah, we lived it fast, paid the cost for every breath. Dancing on the edge, playing chess games with death. No rewinds, no restarts, this is how it ends. Pour a drink for the fallen and the ghosts of all my friends. We lived it fast, paid the cost for every breath. Dancing on the edge, playing chess games with death. No rewinds, no restarts, this is how it ends. Pour a drink for the fallen and the ghosts of all my friends. I remember quiet nights when the engine finally stopped. Looking at the ceiling, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Lost a brother to the dream, left a hole inside my chest. Put the armor on my skin, put the feelings to the rest. Was it worth the credit? Was it worth the hollow crown? When you stand atop the pile just to watch it crumble down. Hand in hand with the reaper, yeah, we kept a steady pace. Just a human and machine trying to find a quiet space. Static in the brain, yeah, the signal's getting weak. Words are running out, haven't got much left to speak. Listen close, keep the pistol close, but keep the memories close. Riding to the sun before the carnival is over. They say you only get one shot to make a name. Playing for the heavyweights in a rigged and violent game. Let's burn it down, light it up, let the ashes fly. I'd rather be a legend than never try to fly. Yeah, we lived it fast, paid the cost for every breath. Dancing on the edge, playing chess games with death. No rewinds, no restarts, this is how it ends. Pour a drink for the fallen and the ghosts of all my friends. We lived it fast, paid the cost for every breath. Dancing on the edge, playing chess games with death. No rewinds, no restarts, this is how it ends. Pour a drink for the fallen and the ghosts of all my friends. wake up cold, sweat dripping off a bald face. Walking through the fog, just a ghost in a hollow place. Reach out to touch the wall, but the fingers don't agree. There's a stranger in the skull screaming out to be free. Memory leaking like water through a broken dam. I'm forgetting who I was, barely knowing who I am. The clock is ticking loud, pounding like a heavy drum. Waiting for the end, yeah, waiting for the numb. Time is sand, slipping through the fist. Check the list, realize I don't exist. Burn it down, burn it all to ash. Before the final silence, before the final crash.
Crack glass, split down the middle of the soul. Crack glass, losing grip on the wheel, losing all control. Is it me talking now or the shadow deep inside? Buried in the noise while there's nowhere left to hide. One body, two graves, digging in the dirt. Only thing that's real is the rhythm of the hurt. Fading out slow like a candle in the rain. Just a shiver in the blood, just an echo of the pain. Every time I speak, I hear a tone that isn't mine. Invader in the temple, crossing every single line. Look into the mirror, see the devil winking back. Mental foundations crumbling, wide in the crack. They say I'm still alive, but I'm rotting from the core. Fighting with a phantom behind a locked iron door. No surrender flag, just the war inside the head. Walking tall and proud, but I'm already dead. Light the match, watch the pictures burn. Point of no return, ain't nowhere to turn. Scream it out, let the concrete hear the sound of a man when he disappears. Crack glass, split down the middle of the soul. Crack glass, losing grip on the wheel, losing all control. Is it me talking now or the shadow deep inside? Buried in the noise while there's nowhere left to hide. One body, two graves, digging in the dirt. Only thing that's real is the rhythm of the hurt. Fading out slow like a candle in the rain. Just a shiver in the blood, just an echo of the pain.
Staring at the glass, rain is tracing the line. A stranger in the mirror, but the face is mine. I reach to touch the code, but the hand feels wrong. Like I'm distinct and distant, like I don't belong. My memories are heavy, but they start to float like smoke inside a room, catching in my throat. I try to grab a name, a face, a place I knew, but the colors washing out, turning gray from blue. The city sleeps outside, but the noise is loud. Internal conversation in a crowded cloud. I'm walking down the street, steps I didn't take, living in a nightmare that I can't await. The architect is busy moving walls inside. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. Tick-tock, heavy drop, sand in the glass. Every single second is a ghost of the past. I'm standing on the edge, looking at the fall, writing on the water, screaming at the wall. I'm slipping through the cracks of a mind I don't own, sitting on a throne of ash, chilling to the bone. The echo gets louder, the signal gets weak. I open up my mouth, but it's him when I speak. Fading like a shadow when the sun goes down. Just another ghost in a rain-soaked town. Hold it for a minute, let the record spin. I'm losing where I end and where he begins. I woke up in a place that I never seen, with blood upon my knuckles and a slate too clean. Who was driving on the highway while I was away? Who stole a few minutes of my dying day? It's theft of the soul, grand larceny itself. I'm a book gathering dust on a bottom shelf. The pages getting torn, rewriting the text. Scared to close my eyes, scared of what is next. And I can feel the anger rising in the chest. A roommate in my head who is just a pest. But silence is the enemy I fear the most, 'cause silence means I'm gone and I became the ghost. So I talk to the void just to hear the sound before I'm buried deep in this hollow ground. One breath left before the candle goes dark, trying to leave a scratch, a bruise, or a mark. A legacy of nothing, a whisper in the ear. The end is closing in and the view is clear. I'm slipping through the cracks of a mind I don't know, sitting on a throne of ash, chilling to the bone. The echo gets louder, the signal gets weak. I open up my mouth, but it's him when I speak. Fading like a shadow when the sun goes down. Just another ghost in a rain-soaked town. Hold it for a minute, let the record spin. I'm losing where I end and where he begins.
Started as a youngin' tryna get the drip, yeah. Wasn't on nothing, just hitting a lick. Used to be sticks, now I'm flipping the script. Remember them days, man, and a memory slip. House on the news, yeah, they kicked in the door. Boom, mama was crying, hearts on the floor. I was out of state, couldn't help anymore, but now we up. Settle the score. We up. Zumba Zumba, moving fast in my prime. Speed. Rockin' Supreme, yeah, design by design. XYZ flow, put it all on the line. From the mud to the top, yeah, it's finally time. Let's go. I ain't staying far away, I'm in your face. In your face. Pull up broad, yeah, we run into place. Heartbreak kid, put the pain in the case. Look at dashboard, winning the race. Tatted on my face, yeah, I wear it like a scar. Heartbreak heavy, but we shining like a star. I ain't scared of nothing, tell it straight to who you are. Bank account glitched, yeah, we took it too far. Tatted on my face, no mask, no disguise. Read a real story when you look into my eyes. Man, I say it loud, ain't got time for the lies. We do it broad day, watch the money rise. To the moon. Call up my mama, say we finally rich. Look at the digits, yeah, life is a glitch. Used to be broke, digging deep in the ditch. Now I bust on the E, and the Riz on the wrist. Ice, rustle the luxury, look at the change. Stay out the way, but I'm controlling the range. Pain in my chest, yeah, it's feeling so strange. But the blue faces help me dealing with pain. I ain't hiding zero, I say it